Welcome to Stoic Lifeline Trademark. Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, wondering, is she really loyal, or am I just being played? That unsettling feeling in your gut, those little doubts creeping into your mind, they're hard to ignore. Today we're diving deep into the shocking signs that reveal if she's truly loyal or just fooling you. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have the clarity you need to make the right call. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to Stoic Lifeline Trademark for more powerful insights into relationships and life. And don't forget to like this video. It helps more people like you get the answers they need. Stay till the end, because what you're about to learn could change your love life forever. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's start today's video. Relationships aren't always easy, are they? If you're in a committed relationship, you put a lot of yourself into the other person and hope they reciprocate. What if, however, you are uncertain? How about if there are clues that you have been oblivious to? Okay, I see. Everyone wants to think the best of the people they care about. However, there is a risk of irreparable mental harm, lost years, and broken hearts when warning signs are disregarded. That's why we're going to give you the lowdown on some simple telltale signals that she's being faithful or whether you should reconsider your relationship. Keep in mind that being cautious isn't about being suspicious, so much as it is about preserving your tranquility and selecting wiser actions. Sign 1. She's open and transparent. Everyone seems so relaxed, at ease, and genuine when a relationship is just starting off. You and your partner talk about everything, your hopes, your history, and even your most humiliating experiences. But then, things begin to shift with the passage of time. Maybe she's being a bit too protective of her phone lately. Hey, who are you texting? Is another option, and she becomes defensive, asking why you constantly feel the need to inquire. You tell yourself not to be paranoid, and initially you ignore it. But I have a sneaking suspicion that something is amiss. Everyone knows that when people aren't trying to hide something, they don't act that way. Loyalty manifests itself most clearly when one partner is open and honest with the other. If a lady is serious about being with you, she will tell you everything. Never again will she feel the need to obfuscate, evade, or conceal communications. Consider this. Wouldn't you want to tell your loved one everything when you're really in love with them? Your successes, your setbacks, and the minutiae of your day. Love is all about giving and receiving. Having said that, if you sense that she is concealing anything, you might be right. The way she responds to everyday inquiries is just as problematic as her tendency to conceal her phone. As someone who cherishes honesty, a loyal lady is happy to receive it from others. Consider taking a step back and asking yourself, is she being honest with me? If you observe any unusual changes in her behavior, such as frequently locking her phone, leaving the room to accept calls, or becoming excessively defensive. But before you make any assumptions, I want to know this. Have you and your partner ever had a frank discussion about trust? On occasion, people's defensiveness stems from previous hurts rather than any hidden agenda. That is why it is essential to communicate. Instead of blaming her, try approaching her with empathy. That should help. Hey, I've been feeling a bit distant lately, and I want us to be on the same page, you may say. Is everything all right? A faithful companion will value candor and respond honestly to you. Being open and honest about how you really feel is more important than being faithful at the end of the day. She should welcome you into her life without question if she loves you. If she doesn't, you should wonder why. So, think about it for a second. Does she seem to be completely honest with you, or is something off? Describe a time when someone wasn't being completely forthright with you in the comments. If you're still paying attention, you might be surprised to learn that the following indication validates your suspicions. Sign 2. She respects your boundaries. Allow me to pose a question. Have you ever experienced the gradual erosion of your personal space inside a relationship? As if the things you used to love doing by yourself, including spending time with friends, engaging in your interests, or simply being alone, are now a problem? Truthfully, people will respect your boundaries if they are devoted to you. They won't try to convince you that you're horrible because you have aspirations outside of the relationship or because you desire a life outside of the partnership. When you and your partner were first dating, it was easygoing and fun. She was totally cool with you needing some space to focus on your interests, and she urged you to follow your aspirations. Has that, however, evolved over time? Perhaps she is now irritated when you propose arrangements apart from her. Worst case scenario, she begins to doubt the necessity of your alone time altogether. She may ask, "Why aren't you interested in spending time with me? Am I mistaken?" Having a want to spend time together is natural, but when it becomes stifling, it's necessary to distance yourself. Being loyal isn't only being faithful. It's about being able to trust each other to the point where you can be alone without being afraid. Strong relationships are the result of mutual respect and good limits, which a faithful woman knows. By letting you be is her way of showing you how much she trusts you, not that she's trying to lose you. Conversely, if she often tests your limits, such as by looking at your phone, interrogating your friendships, or making you feel bad about enjoying some alone time, it might be an indication that you don't trust her. So here's a challenge for you. Ask yourself, am I constantly on guard in this relationship, or do I feel like I can be myself? It's time to have a straight talk if the second choice seems more likely. Whoever you're with should honor you, not dominate you. They are there to support your development, not impede it. Love isn't about being physically there all the time. Rather, it's about feeling safe, even when you're not. This will be best understood by the degree to which they trust you. Stay tuned for an even more enlightening sign if this is hitting close to home. Sign 3. Her actions match her words. Do you have any experience with somebody who made grand promises, but only fulfilled the most basic of those promises? Perhaps she said the perfect words when you were first dating, such, "I'll be there for you. You mean everything to me," or "I'd never lie to you." Plus, it was incredible at first. Comfort, worth, and love word over you. However, as time went on, you began to see a discrepancy between her words and her actions. Perhaps she said she would back your ambitions, but whenever you needed her, she made up an excuse. On the other hand, she assured you that she would support you when circumstances were bad, but then she vanished. Gradually, you begin to feel perplexed, wondering if what's happening is real or if you're just dreaming. Here's the deal. Faithful people back up their claims with deeds. Making promises isn't enough. Keeping them is what really matters. Remember the times in your relationship when you needed your partner the most? Did she take charge, or did she fail you? The mark of a faithful lady is her ability to remain constant. She will demonstrate her love via her everyday acts, not only talk about it. Envision this. You and your date have been going strong for some time, and you've come to the realization that you understand each other on a deep level. However, you can't shake one nagging feeling. So far, you haven't had the chance to meet her most important loved ones, those who have been by her side through good times and bad, include her family and friends. "Oh, they're just really busy," or "you wouldn't really get along with them," are some of her possible responses if you inquire about them. But secretly, you can't help but question if she's being serious with me or just trying to keep me at arm's length. To get to the heart of the matter, when someone is devoted and loyal, they will do whatever it takes to include you in their inner circle and make you feel at home. Why? Because those we care about most often introduce us to those we trust. Do you not want your friends to meet the people you care about while you're in a relationship? The want to confidently proclaim, "This is the person I'm with," is understandable. So, it may be an indication that anything is wrong if she's not bringing you around her loved ones. Perhaps she has doubts about the relationship, or worse, is trying to conceal something. However, think about this before you make assumptions. Sometimes individuals are simply private. When introducing a partner, some people take their time because they like to be cautious. It's all right. But you should ask yourself some tough questions if you've been dating for months or even years, and you still don't know anything about her social life. Someone who is truly interested in you will want to make you a part of their life. Little things like being tagged in social media postings may lead to big things like invitations to family meals and informal get-togethers with friends. But if you think she's hiding anything from you, you should probably figure out why. Could it be that she has doubts about the relationship? Is the opinion of others something that she is concerned about? Alternately, is there another person in the photo? Communicating is the best course of action to take in this kind of circumstance. Put yourself out there and approach her simply, "Hey, I would love to meet your friends sometime," instead of presuming the worst. Do you have any opinions? Everything you need to know will be revealed by her reaction. Optimal signs include her showing enthusiasm and eagerness. You should probably reevaluate your stance if she becomes hesitant, offers excuses, or avoids the subject altogether. Do you know who the key figures are in her life? If not, you should give it some thought. Or are you under the impression that nobody's telling you anything? If anyone has ever been in a similar scenario, please share their story in the comments. If you're still paying attention, keep an eye out for the next indication. It might provide the answer you've been seeking. Sign 5. She supports you. Even in difficult times, I want you to consider a moment when you were rocked by the storms of life. Perhaps you were dealing with a family crisis, a job loss, or just internal conflicts. Was she there for you the whole time, or did she begin to distance herself from you? In other words, being loyal isn't limited to those moments when you're both enjoying yourself and everything is going swimmingly. When times are rough, when conditions are less than ideal, and when you're not performing up to par, true loyalty becomes apparent. Imagine this. Today is the worst day of your life. Things aren't looking good at the moment. You and your employer have argued, and your finances are in disarray. You're always so negative. Or, "I don't have time for this right now," are her responses when you try to reach out to her for consolation. You find out all of a sudden that the person you believed would be there for you isn't actually there when it matters. And it is painful, isn't it? A faithful lady will be there for you through thick and thin. Not only when times are good, she will listen without passing judgment, provide words of encouragement when you feel like quitting, and show you that you are strong even when you don't believe it. Listen, support doesn't always manifest itself in flashy ways. It's the details that matter. Saying, "I believe in you," is all it takes to lift your self-doubt. Wanted to see how you were doing after a hard day. When times go bad, standing by you is better than running away. Does the person you're seeing in your relationship encourage you to pursue your goals, or does she tell you they don't matter? A faithful companion will encourage you to reach your full potential rather than discourage you. And let's be real, there's more to love than sweet Instagram pics and romantic dinners for two. The message is to stick together through thick and thin, to face challenges as a team, and to keep going even when the going gets difficult. The question you must ask yourself is if she has supported you in your hour of need. On the other hand, does she vanish once things heat up? Sign 6. She values trust over games. The topic of mind games is one that everyone has dealt with at some point. I don't need to explain anything to you. She responds to your texts so slowly that you start to question her motives. She does this to make you envious by bringing up other men. She might be completely engaged one minute and icy and aloof the next. Does being with someone who manipulates your emotions truly appeal to you? That one person who makes you question reality and makes you feel like you have to tread carefully at all times? Loyal women don't feel the need to manipulate or test your affection. Trust, not drama, and honesty, not uncertainty, are her principles. Real love doesn't require games to remain fascinating, and she knows this since she's comfortable enough in the relationship. Remember that time in your relationship When you found yourself second-guessing her every move? Is she attempting to provoke jealousy in you, or is there another reason she's behaving distant? The hard reality is that a caring person will not intentionally put you in a vulnerable position. No one will test your level of devotion by subjecting you to extreme emotional ups and downs. On the other hand, a faithful companion will make sure you're comfortable in their company, so you won't have to worry about their emotions or their motives. She won't hold back from telling you the truth about her desires or her position with you. You should reconsider your relationship if you feel the need to prove yourself all the time or if she's inconsistent. A stable relationship should not be perplexing, but rather safe. Plus, I understand. Sometimes we conflate intensity with drama. We find love thrilling because of its continual ups and downs. Oh, and true love? It's quiet, it's constant, and it's founded on trust, not mind games. Now consider this. Does she like honesty and openness? Or does she enjoy playing the what-if game? What to do if you notice red flags? Now, there's no need to freak out if you've seen a few of these warning indicators. Open dialogue is essential. Tell her what's on your mind and listen to her response. A faithful companion is one who is open to feedback and is eager to strengthen the bond. However, you already know the answer if she gets angry or ignores you. A partnership based on honesty, mutual respect, and trust is what you truly deserve. Never accept a lesser quality. Conclusion. The reality is, though, that being faithful is much more than simply not cheating. Truthfulness, dedication, and daily availability are key. Take a step back and listen to your gut if you've been wondering if she's being completely faithful. Above all else, pay attention to the warning signals. Click the like button to show your support for the channel and subscribe for more insightful videos like this one if you enjoyed it. That being said, I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you later.